Lebanon keeps working those receivers. Jones and Schaefer in there now. And they work four. Jones, Schaefer, Deppendahl, and Baird work at those two wideout spots. And it keeps fresh legs in there. That's got to tell on some defensive backs before this thing's over. Lebanon, second down and 11 after a yard loss at the 22. Back to throw, looking, fine long. Jones is there, overshoots him by a half yard. Dive and try by Justin Jones, deep in the end zone, right down the middle. Got a fingertip on it, but that's all. Couldn't pull it in.
John, I don't know if you saw it, but it looked like Neighbors came open on the flag route.
I didn't see that, Tommy. I did see the mismatch on Justin Jones and the D-back. Jones has got about 8 inches on him height-wise. I thought we might go back to that flag play again and throw it in the end zone on the other corner, but may see something on this if he gets another one-on-one.
Third and 11. Lebanon sets him down. Lannon rolls to the near side. Lannon going to tuck it and run. 20, 15. Lannon inside the 15, inside the 14 to the 13-yard line. And it's going to bring up fourth and about 1. And I would imagine that the Blue Devils will probably go for it here. Let's see where they set this thing down. They're going to put it at the 14. And it'll bring up a 4th and 2. With a minute 43 to play in the opening half, Blue Devils with a chance to get something here and take the lead.
Clyde, if you look back, Lebanon, I think, is going to burn a timeout right here. Make sure they've got the right play.
Well, they are if they ever look at the sideline.
They're trying to get a timeout.
Lebanon going to run it. Lanning underneath. Nobody saw the coaches. And they give it to Antoine Ross. And he's stopped at about the 11, maybe the 12. It's going to be awfully close. Lebanon coaches wanting a timeout. Nobody saw the Lebanon coaches. We're going to measure. John, you may have a better look down there. What about it?
Foot short. Not the greatest spot I've ever seen up there, but looks like it's going to be about a foot short.
John, they were trying to get
screaming for a timeout. The crowd was so loud, Tommy. No way were they going to hear it from the sidelines that we needed a timeout. It's going to be maybe more than a foot short. Yep, they've stopped us.
Going to be a length of the ball short, and Gallatin will take over, and the Lebanon drive is over. So the Blue Devils drive it from their own 25 all the way down to the 11 and come up short on 4th and 2.
A minute 13 to go in the first half. Gallatin leads by a score of 7-6. Lebanon's offense leaves the field. Defense hustles back out on the field. Langford in the secondary. Logue, Boo Dobson. Also back there, we've got a mix-up as Jones leaves the field.
Gallatin 1st and 10. Baker, second man. Not a lot of room. He may have made the 14 as he gives it to Williams, Jaquez Williams. And he's going to punch it out to the 14, where it'll bring up second down and 8. A gain of 2. Gallatin may be content to just run the clock out here and go out at halftime with a 7-6 lead. It's been a battle here in the first half. Blue Devils evidently came to play in this one, and they've probably outgained the Wave on the ground considerably, but they trail 7-6. Baker sets his Wave team, barks the signals, and they give it to Williams again. He's hit once, twice, drags and plows and crosses the 20 to the 21-yard line. He's going to be shy of the first down by a yard. Yard and a half. Steelman for the Blue Devils making the stop. Chris Steelman, the nose guard.
Penalty on Gallatin, Clyde. They've called the Wave for a hold, and that's going to stop the clock at 28.2 seconds and back them up.
I never saw a flag, but I like the sound of it. So they will call the hold on the Wave, and they'll walk it back. This is going to hurt, but it don't make a whole lot of difference because there's only 28.2 seconds left, and they walk it back to the 9-yard line, where it will be second down and 13 for the Wave. Second and 13 for the Green Wave at their own 9, and the clock is running. They'll probably get off one play, and that will probably be it. Baker, the quarterback underneath, sets his ball club down. Maybe the last play of the half. Baker Hands off. And again, they give it to Jaquez Williams. He crosses the 10, the 12, out to the 14-yard line. And the half is going to end right there. We're at halftime here in Gallatin. Very quick, hard-fought first half. Blue Devils 6, Gallatin 7. We'll be back with a halftime show in 2 minutes. Them down. First and 10 now for the Blue Devils. They give it to Logue again, trying to go inside. Not much there. The pile will be pushed forward over the 40 to about the 41-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 2 on the play this time, as Logue was met head on at the line of scrimmage, but somehow with the pushing and shoving, the pile got shoved forward just a little bit, and he gets a little over a yard gain out of it. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Blue Devils at their own 41-yard line. Lebanon switches wideouts. Landon Baird, Kyle Schaefer now are the wideouts. Baird to the wide side, the near side, Schaefer to the far side, and they give it up the middle. Big hole for a Vincent, and diving and plowing through on a dive and getting all the way out to the 44. He's not going to get a good spot, but Logue is going to get about 3 yards on the carry to bring up 3rd down and short 5.
John, down to you on the field. Lebanon's got to be fired up about the way they played in the first half.
They are, Tommy. They counting their blessings at this point. They got it out of trouble getting the ball on the 20 on a great kickoff by the Gallatin kicker. Logue still in at tailback.
Double wide out set. Lebanon moving left to right. Toss sweep right side to Logue. Trying to get outside. And he's got the first down. 40, 45, 50, 45. And where did he go out of bounds? They'll mark him. Let's see where they're going to mark this thing. I think they're going to bring it back up the field, Tommy. They're going to mark him at the Gallatin 49-yard line, but it is enough for the first down. Andre Logue.
Terry, a nice run by Logue around the right end once again.
You're right, Tommy. He needed 5 yards for the first down. Logue picks up 12 to the Gallatin 49.
1st and 10. Now Jones and Defendahl are the wideouts as they continue to switch. Toss sweep near side. Trying to go in the middle. Logue crosses the 48 down to the 47, is hit there and dropped after about a yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Rice in on the stop for Gallatin.
Very short gain on first down. Logue stays in the game at the tailback spot for the Blue Devils. Dwayne White up front blocking for him, lead blocker from the fullback position.
Blue Devils looking at 2 and 9 from the 48-yard line of Gallatin. And they had it in the middle. Hit hard is Logue. No gain on the play. May have lost a half yard. Gallatin's big number 84 barreling in there to make this stop. And what a great play it was by Nick Lester, a 6'2", 235-pound defensive lineman. And a flag is on the play, and I think the Blue Devils are going to get tagged for holding also.
Well, if they were holding, they didn't get Lester because he came through clean.
Held the wrong one, didn't they?
Yeah, sure did. And he belts Andre Logue, knocks him to the ground. Logue out of the game. Coming in at tailback, Antoine Ross. Gallatin's indication is they will back it up. That's the initial indication.
And they're going to walk it off. Holding on Lebanon, so the Blue Devils will get 3rd down again, but this time it will be 3rd down and about a mile. 3rd down and 19 for the Blue Devils. 3rd and 19, 9:30 to play 3rd quarter. Gallatin leading the Blue 7-6. Homecoming battle for the Green Wave. Lannon sets his ball club down. Lannon toss sweep to the near side. Double reverse. Here's Schaefer on the carry. Schaefer over the 45 out to the 49-yard line. Got tripped up. Had it not been for that, the end around play may have made big-time yardage. Somebody reached out and got a foot of Kyle Schaefer and knocks him down at the Lebanon 48, where now it's going to be 3rd down and 14.
Lebanon started the sweep action to the near sideline with Antoine Ross, who hands the ball on the reverse to Schaefer going against the grain. Schaefer cut it right back up the 0 hole, right where the center was, and had one man who got him by an ankle.
3rd and 14 for the Blue Devils. Schaefer underneath, or rather Lanning underneath. Backpedals, wants to throw, trying a quarterback draw, and Gallatin smells it out. And coming up to make the stop is Matt Rice, a 6', 192-pound linebacker.
Clyde, they came on the blitz. They brought both linebackers. They brought Gregory and Matt Rice right up the middle.
And both came through untouched.
Maybe they went to school on that Columbia film from last week.
I was thinking the same thing.
Schaefer's going to kick it away.
And the speed is back there for Gallatin. Parker at his own 20. Schaefer. Here's the Lebanon snap. Good snap. Schaefer got time. End over end. It's going to be a roller. Lebanon Langford is down there with the ball. And he watches it roll over the 20. Inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Langford caught up with the ball going downfield.
He exploded from one of those bandit positions and got down in a hurry. Terry Stafford, the roll turned out to be pretty good for Lebanon.
You're right, Tommy. It wasn't very pretty, a low rolling punt by Schaefer, but it ended up being good for 40 yards and no return. So Gallatin going to start at their 14-yard line.
Blue Devils now have them pinned down, but can they hold them? Gallatin leading 7-6, 7:48 to play, third quarter. Baker sets his ball club. Baker, first man through. Lebanon hits him hard after a couple of yards, and there carrying the ball is Williams, Marcus Williams on the carry. Williams is a 5'9", 193-pound junior, gets about 3 on the carry. It'll be second down and 7 for the Wave at the Blue Devil, or rather at the Wave 17-yard line.
They give the ball to Williams, the up man, just enough to keep the defensive unit honest. He's primarily a blocker in that smokestack eye offense.
7:18, 7:16 to play here in the third period. Gallatin now sends Parker wide. Baker, the quarterback. Man in motion is a tight end, and they give it to the second man through. Nothing there, boy. Josh Goolsby makes a fine stop after a gain of about a yard. Marcus Williams again. Jonathan Forrest, I beg your pardon, not Goolsby. Forrest hit him hard and turned him from north to south, from west to east, and put him on the ground.
They tried to run that big tight end in motion across the formation. Nick Lester at 235. Line him up at tight end. Back him up, send him in motion across the formation to get an extra lead blocker. But Forrest did a great job of fighting through traffic to make the play.
3rd and 5 for Gallatin at their own 19. Baker again sends that tight end in motion. And again, they give it in there to Williams, and he's going nowhere. He may have made the 20. Blue Devils all over Jaquez Williams, a 180-pound sophomore who's run the football well for the Wave tonight. But the Blue Devil defense definitely was there on that series. Gallatin will have to kick it away, and the Blue Devils should get this thing in great field position.
John, what about that run defense by the Blue Devils?
Tommy, we adjusted at halftime, obviously, because we were able to hold Gallatin in check on 3 big running plays by their talented backs.
Back to kick for the Wave is Aaron Kenyon. Double safeties for Lebanon. Kenyon gets it out of there. Antoine Ross going to let it roll, and the Blue Devils now going to pick it up. Ross at the 40, to the 45, to the 46, 47-yard line. And Lebanon will have good field position out at their own 47. As a matter of fact, I think that's about where we kicked from a moment ago.
Terry Stafford, that kick and return.
Tommy, the kick by Kenyon, good for 42 yards. Antoine returns it to the Lebanon 48. Pick up a 9 on the return. Lebanon starting at their 48-yard line.
Blue Devils will have the football at their own 48. 1st and 10. Lannon the quarterback, White the fullback, Ross is the tailback. The wideouts are Jones and Deffendahl, and they give it to Ross, and he plows through there, crosses the 50 down to the 49. And we're not going to get any spot there. They're going to give him barely across the 50, a gain of about 2 yards, 2nd down and 8.
Antoine just got into the middle of that pile and shifted around and made a good, strong gain. 2, almost 3 on that carry on 1st down for the senior Antoine Ross.
The length of the football is in Gallatin territory. Blue Devils with 2nd and 8. Lannon sets the club. Quick handoff to White, nothing. Loss of 3. They'll put it back to the 49 of Lebanon. They were all over White, the fullback, as again they shot those linebackers. And as Tommy told you a moment ago, evidently they've been going to school on that